Samurai killing demons in the Promised Neverland. I did not see that coming. That sword, that blade, I was just like, wow, that was so hype. Oh my goodness. Now, the demons has always been that hype. There's always been that threat in the background in this series because when the kids, if every time they kept planning, when we were thinking, okay, if they escape, the demons are gonna come, or if they got to the age of 12, we were like, okay, that's when they're gonna get eaten by the demons. But no, 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 it didn't occur to me. I didn't think in my right mind I'd see some next demon coming in, throwing swords. Like, I don't even know what happened right there. Because at first I thought I don't even know. Like, at first I just see it like cut, and then the next panel you just see like a knife in its abdomen or like in its body. So I was just like, what the flip? So first of all, that blade just looks so cool. It looks so awesome. And you know what? I like it because, for one thing, I thought, from the previous couple of chapters when the hounds were there, when those like demon hounds were there, I thought they were the ones who were chasing them. And I thought that they were the ones which were gonna attack them. But no, it's just like the hounds were just for tracking. These demons are totally capable of, combating them and combating other races. Now, this is what's kind of interesting because from this chapter, Emma, Ray, they're all thinking, okay, this beast is obviously a different section of this demon race. This beast is also a demon, but we find out by the demons from the end of the chapter that they're an inferior race. So this opens up a lot of questions once again to the world building of this series. I thought this was, just like, just what was I gonna say? I thought it was just like part of the demons, like within the same race. But the fact that it's separate races, it just opens up a can of worms. Like, it opens up a can of questions because it just makes you think, okay, how many races other than humans, other than these two demon factions are existing within this world, sector, area, whatever you may call it. So it really does make you think, what is actually happening in the outside world? Did these demons come in and just literally like dominate and like colonize and just invade? I don't really like I feel like these are the questions which we're asking right now. These are the questions which need to be answered. Now, whether they're going to be answered very soon, I'm not really sure, and whether they will be, I'm okay if they're not. I really am, because I feel like even if these questions aren't answered, the interest in the series ain't going to diminish in the slightest, because it's got a lot of things. And what I got from this chapter, from the cliffhanger, was that, this kind of adventurous, it's not even the word, adventure-esque arc with, but demons and samurai swords and all these kind of things. Well, it's not a samurai sword, but you know what I mean. With demons on all these swords and the hounds, like, it's giving me the same tension as it did from the first arc, where it was more like, Prison Break kind of thing, like escape out of the house. So I think that's awesome, because it just shows you how awesome of a writer the mangaka is. Well, the writer is, not the artist. Shows you how awesome the writer is of this series, and how the fact is he can emulate like similar feelings from the readers in different arcs. I think that's just pretty cool. Now, other than that, that's pretty much what happened in this chapter. But I know from the end of the chapter, it's got us a lot of us thinking, what's gonna happen to Ray? Is Ray gonna die? And people can probably have said, there's like death flags, because at the start of this chapter, Emma was just like, Ray, I don't want you to sacrifice yourself, and he was like, don't worry, I'm not killing myself, I'm perfectly comfortable being alive. That's pretty much what Ray was saying. So what, was that a death flag foreshadowing what's gonna happen there? I'm not really sure. First of all, they haven't been found yet. The demons haven't seen Ray. So there is a little bit of comfort right there. You can see there's a bit of comfort there in the fact that the demons hasn't seen Ray. However, they are close, and the hound is there. So that hound, it seemed like they were sniffing. It seemed like they found the kids by their sense of smell. So yeah, the hounds probably can smell Ray right then and there. So yeah, we need to pray for Ray right now. Really pray for Ray. But there is a little bit more comfort. Is the fact is they are in the area where the killer trees, the snakes of Alva Panera. I'm just gonna call them that because that's what William Minerva called them, and I think it's a pretty cool name, not gonna lie. So they are in that area. So maybe the demons get killed by the trees, they get kidnapped. Rookie mistake by them, but it can happen. It really can. So I really did love this chapter. Another thing was to note, some people I've seen some people saying that the way that the kids reacted was just too not what's the word, like it just didn't make sense. It was pretty much like, oh, that's just so illogical, that's just doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, yeah, okay, for one, yeah, it really is extraordinary how they didn't, like get paralyzed with fear. How the fact is that they managed to outrun a demon. Yeah, that's the probably one thing which I'm kind of questioning. But you know what, these kids, they're smart in maneuvering. A demon of that size, an animal, that monster of that size, maybe it does have slower speed. So maybe that can answer it. However, the one thing which a lot of people have been talking about is, how are these kids so calm? Now, I think we got to understand the setting of this series. The fact is, these kids, they've kind of been experienced a lot, especially Ray, Emma, Don, and Gilda. Now, all the infants, the young kids, they were afraid. You can see it from the chapter, and you can even still see when they're, like running away and they're like bouncing out and, doing all those kind of maneuvers and strategies when they're running around and running away from the beast. They are still a little bit afraid. You can see it. The artist kind of draws a little bit of sweat coming down them. So I'm not saying that they were totally confident. I don't believe that in the slightest. And if they were, then yeah, then I'd agree. That would have been a wrong move. It wouldn't have made sense. Like, they were fearful. And you can see it. And speaking of fearful, Ray's face at the end of the chapter, it's kind of funny because he's running back and then he just sees the monster get decapitated. So he's just like, what the hell just happened? And then the next panel, he just sees, like all the demons and hounds, and he's just hiding behind a tree. So yeah, Ray must be terrified right then and there. So what do you think Ray's gonna do? Do you think Ray's gonna make a run for it? If he does, he'll probably get caught, or same thing may happen to him with what happened to the monster, because that demon can probably just like throw that sword like a javelin. So who knows what Ray's gonna do. So that's enough from me, guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like anything I'd say, please drop a like. That will be greatly appreciated. Now, what do you think is gonna happen with Ray? Do you think he's gonna make a run for it? Do you think the snakes of Alva Panera are gonna destroy the demons? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So next time, peace out, guys, and goodbye.